Okay, imagine this. You wake up. It's 2075. What does that world actually look like?
Hmm.
That's what we're digging into today. We're looking at some really fascinating AI predictions.
Yeah, this is all drawn from Kevin Brake's research, right? Pulling together what the big AI models are forecasting.
Exactly. It's like getting a sneak peek synthesized from all these different, well, artificial minds. It gives us this unique lens on our collective future.
And what's so cool about Brake's work here is seeing where these different AIs kind of agree,
Right.
and where they diverge. It helps us paint a picture, hopefully a clear one, of what 2075 might hold. Our mission really is to distill that for you, make it engaging without getting lost in the weeds.
Yeah, because it gets really interesting. This isn't just one AI's guess.
No, no.
We're talking insights pulled from ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Perplexity, the big ones.
A real chorus of predictions.
So you get this richer, more comprehensive view. All right, let's unpack it. What's the vision for 2075?
Okay, so one of the huge themes, unsurprisingly, is tech transformation, and specifically human augmentation.
Augmentation, okay.
The models are pretty much unanimous on pervasive AI, like deeply embedded in almost every industry.
Everywhere.
Think personalized education, adapting just for you, medicine getting hyper-precise with diagnostics,
Wow.
autonomous vehicles, logistics run by AI, even AI companions or AI helping manage whole cities.
Managed city, so it's not just a tool anymore.
Exactly. It's more like the
Wow.
invisible architecture of daily life. It changes how we interact with everything, raises big questions, too, about agency, dependence.
Yeah, if it's that embedded, almost invisible, how do we even, like, interact with it? Is it just there?
Well, that leads to the next point. Human-machine collaboration.
Hmm?
They predict things like brain-computer interfaces,
BCIs.
BCIs,
Yeah.
like controlling things with your mind.
Essentially, yeah, a direct link. Huge potential for, say, medical recovery, but also maybe enhancing abilities. Some predictions even touch on integration with our actual biology. Okay, integrating with biology. That's pretty mind-bending stuff.
It is.
But hang on, if AI is everywhere doing so much, what does that mean for work, for jobs? Does the whole point of human labor change?
That's a central question. The model suggests, yeah, a lot of automation, manual jobs, but also cognitive ones.
Okay, so what are we doing then?
The prediction is humans shift focus more towards creativity, management, strategy, the stuff AI maybe can't replicate easily. And there's this interesting idea floating around, which the research picks up on. Universal basic compute.
Like universal basic income, but for computing power.
Sort of, yeah. Or maybe just universal income itself, ways to handle that potential job displacement, keep society stable.
That's a massive shift in economics, how we value things. What about our health, how long we live?
Right, biotechnology, expected to just explode. Genomics, regenerative medicine.
CRISPR comes up a lot there, I bet.
Oh, yeah. CRISPR, the gene editing tool. It could dramatically extend healthy lifespan. Some projections are talking averages near or even over 100 years old.
Wow, 100 plus.
But think about the ripple effects, right? Population pressure, careers lasting centuries, new kinds of inequality based on age. It redefines being old.
Yeah, it changes the whole life cycle.
And think about digital identity, too. Your online self, maybe even an AI version of you, could become just as important as your physical self. That raises huge questions. Identity, consent, rights.
Okay, so these incredible tech changes are happening, but not in isolation. What about the bigger picture? Our planet, our societies, what do the AI see there?
Absolutely crucial point. Environmentally. Well, the outlook is pretty stark if we don't make major changes globally.
How stark?
Predictions point to average temperatures rising maybe 2.5 to 4 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels by 2075.
4 degrees, that's significant.
It is. More frequent, more intense hurricanes, droughts, wildfires. Some models suggest, get this, up to a third of humanity could end up living in Sahara-like conditions, much less hospitable places.
A third of us, wow. And rising temps mean rising seas, obviously.
Precisely. Coastal cities. Parts of them could be underwater, leading to potentially massive migrations.
Yeah, massive.
Some estimates go up to 1 billion people moving, driven by climate, but also economic disparity, conflict.
1 billion people displaced.
Yeah, but it's not all doom and gloom in the predictions. They also see major solutions being rolled out. Advanced carbon capture, huge boosts in renewables, solar, wind, maybe even fusion energy finally gets practical.
Fusion, okay. And greener cities.
Green urban planning, definitely. But there's still a massive concern about biodiversity loss, like 30% of species facing extinction.
30%.
Yeah. And for food, We'll likely rely much more on innovations, lab-grown meat, vertical farms.
So we innovate our way through some of it, but the environmental cost is still immense. How does that reshape society itself, the demographics?
Well, the global population might level off, maybe around 9.5 to 10.5 billion.
Stabilizing out?
Then massively urbanized, over 70% living in cities, megacities becoming common, especially in Asia and Africa.
But what about fairness, equality?
That's a huge red flag in the research. The wealth gap, the access gap, could widen significantly. Uneven tech adoption, this whole post-labor economy idea.
Yeah.
It can fuel a lot of social tension, maybe new movements.
And education. If jobs are so different, how do we prepare?
Big shift there, too. Lifelong learning becomes the norm. Micro-credentials, AI mentors, maybe replacing traditional degrees for a whole career.
So constantly learning new things.
Exactly. Focusing on skills like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, the human edge, maybe. And remote work could really decentralize cities, change how and where we live.
Okay, so we've gone from biology to society, but the predictions also look outwards, right? To space.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Strong predictions for permanent bases on the moon, early stages of Mars colonization.
Really? Permanent basis?
Yeah, driven heavily by public-private partnerships.
Yeah.
And a booming commercial space sector. Think space mining, tourism.
Safe tourism for real.
Seems likely. Zero-gravity manufacturing, too. Maybe even initial probes heading beyond our solar system, though that's more tentative within 50 years.
Incredible ambition. But back on Earth, with all this change, all this tech, how do we govern ourselves? What about conflict?
That's where it gets complex. The AIs foresee things like international treaties specifically for AI governance and data privacy, sort of like nuclear non-proliferation, but for algorithms.
Okay, rules for AI.
But also, cyber conflict becomes a primary battleground. States, non-state actors, waging war through digital infrastructure.
With real-world impact.
Absolutely. Taking down power grids, disrupting finance, you name it. And societies will constantly wrestle with balancing security against privacy and freedom. That old tension gets amplified.
And global power. Does the map change?
Very likely. Predictions see economies in China, India, Africa rising, challenging traditional Western dominance. Alliances might shift, fragment. We could see new governance models emerge, maybe using blockchain. But there's also the risk of authoritarian states using all this surveillance tech to clamp down harder.
Wow. So this research lays out this future of just incredible possibilities, but also really serious dangers.
Right.
What's the absolute best case scenario these AIs sketch out? And the worst?
The best case is pretty utopian, honestly. A sustainable, high-tech world, fairly equitable. AI helps cure diseases. We have clean energy. We're peacefully exploring space.
Sounds good.
The worst case, well, it's grim. Climate collapse spirals out of control. Maybe AI itself becomes uncontrollable, or geopolitical tensions explode, leading to authoritarianism, widespread conflict, maybe even civilizational backward step.
Regression, wow.
And that really brings us to the core message from Brake's synthesis of these predictions.
Yep.
The future, 50 years out, it isn't set in stone.
It's up to us.
Exactly. It hinges on how wisely we use these powerful tools, how we share resources, how we govern ourselves, both as individuals and, collectively.
Makes sense.
And Kevin Brake had this quote, reflecting on it all. 50 years from now, a future prediction beyond my existence. It kind of captures the scale of it, right?
Yeah.
And the responsibility we have now, which really raises the question for you, listening. What part will you play in shaping whatever comes next?
That's a powerful thought to end on. We've covered so much ground today, pulling from this incredible research, being aware of these potential futures, these AI forecasts for 2075. It's not just interesting, it feels pretty essential now.
Absolutely.
And hey, if this discussion got you thinking, maybe sparked some ideas, do let us know. Leave a comment, hit that like button, it helps others find this.
And maybe chew on this question as you go. Considering everything we've talked about for the next 50 years, what do you think is the single most critical decision or action humanity needs to take in the next decade to steer us towards one of those better outcomes?
That's a fantastic question to ponder. And if you do want to dive deeper into these kinds of future projections, there are great resources out there. Look into reputable research organizations, future studies institutes, technology policy think tanks online, lots to explore.